Brexit trade talks have come to a deadlock, but an expert has revealed the crucial date he believes both the UK and EU will again be able to proceed to a trading agreement. Brexit trade talks between the UK and the EU have so far proven to be unsuccessful. Deputy Director at UK in A Changing Europe, Tim Bale, argued despite what Michel Barnier is saying, the EU and UK could be able to agree a trade agreement as early as September. Earlier this week, Michel Barnier claimed a deal was looking less likely between the UK and EU. While speaking to CNBC, Mr. Bale claimed it was in neither side's interest to not agree on a trade deal. He said, "It is pretty certain that neither side expects much movement until September. They really aren't going to do a great deal in August. We heard talk from Barnier about a deal being unlikely. But I still think a deal is probably still more likely than not. This is simply because it is in neither side's interest to come away from this negotiation without anything." Mr. Bale also commented on remarks made by both sides after their recent discussions. Mr. Bale said, "You can always look at the comments that come out of Brexit trade meetings as position taking. It is position taking rather than a necessary accurate commentary on what is going on there." Following a meeting with Michel Barnier and his negotiating team, David Frost admitted a deal was still possible. Mr. Frost said, "The biggest problem that remains is that when we began this intense negotiating process, the Prime Minister set out the principles to Ursula von der Leyen. These principles were intrinsic to our status in the future as an independent state. The EU has heard some of that but not all of it. The big underlying difficulty is the fact the EU hasn't yet recognized that it needs to adapt its position to those principles if we are going to reach an agreement. We will negotiate energetically, we have a round in August and we will certainly talk through September if we can. We will have to see what can be done."